With carbon racing shoes being the latest craze, which company is going to be next to hop on the hype train? Well, Jared Ward and Saucony have been doing numerous studies and testing various prototypes to get an efficient, lightweight racer that will level the playing field when up against Vaporflies and other carbon flats. PodiumRunner.com wrote a great article about this that I will link in the description below. But they interview Ward and learn about what him and Saucony are looking for in a shoe. To give you a quick summary, it essentially talks about how they measured the 4% and they found that it does increase your efficiency of running at least by a little over 2.5%. And they're trying to figure out a way that Saucony could incorporate this so that there's not an unfair advantage almost on the race course. So they've been developing various shoes with more cushioning and carbon plates inside of them. But let's get into the juicy stuff, like what's the name of the shoe, what's it going to be made out of, when it's going to be released, those kind of details. So Ward has worn prototypes of these shoes in races like the New York City Marathon and the Boston Marathon. One of the prototypes clearly says Ward on the heel. Since he is one of the main athletes wear testing and helping design the shoe, I could see Saucony going that route and naming it after him. But it also may be just a placeholder name until the marketing team can come up with something. But until then, I'll be calling it the Ward Project or the Carbon Ward. So the upper of the Carbon Ward to me looks very similar to that of the Kinvara 10. Who knows if that'll make it to the final production, but it locks you down, it's lightweight, it's breathable, it's nothing fancy like Vapor Mesh, but then again, this shoe will hopefully be a lot less than the Vaporfly Next %. So the midsole construction is going to be made out of a carbon plate and foam. We can assume that the carbon plate will be curved, maybe something more similar to that in the Vaporfly, but what type of foam will be used? The first things that came to my mind were the Power Run and Power Run Plus midsole materials that will be arriving in many models next year. Since they want to keep it lightweight, I'm thinking maybe the standard Power Run midsole. This is a blend of EVA and TPU, so it's a little lighter but still provides a bit extra bounce and energy return, which is why I could see this being an option. But then again, I could be completely wrong. It could be neither of those two. It could be Power Run Plus Plus or something else crazy that they cook up. So I bet the real question that you're wondering is, when will you be able to get your feet in a pair? And I'll tell you that this is a good question. A good time for the shoe to be released will be around the 2020 Olympic Marathon Trials. I think that this makes a lot of sense. Just get really hyped around the marathon and Ward racing the event. So there you have it. There's everything we know and don't know about Saucony's high cushion carbon plated racing flat. Make sure to subscribe, and as always, keep on running.